So tonight I'm going to talk about the It's My Life video. There are two versions of this video. There is the UK one and the US one. I will explain to you why there were two versions. The first version, the UK one, was supposed to be the original one, the best, and it's actually the best. But the US version, which is, I would say, almost comical, has also something really very interesting, and I will explain to you why I will have to do two videos, one for the UK, one for the US, because otherwise I'm afraid it's going to be too long. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, I'm going to start the video. I have the UK one on a DVD that I talked about in another video. The US version, I will have to find it on the net because I don't have it on my DVD, which is such a pity because I really love it too. It makes me laugh a lot. So as you can see, we will see mostly animals. I will explain then why there are so many animals, but you will see the images are absolutely stunning and beautiful. I love animals. The quality of the images are absolutely unbelievable. Did you see that there are some kind of doodles like that? It's interesting because it means there is an image and there is some drawing and there is something else and the music, of course. So it's a lot of media on the same video. Look at the beauty of this. It looks like almost like a Monet painting. You know, Claude Monet, the impressionist artist. It's so beautiful. It looks almost like the nymphaeas of Monet. Beautiful. In love with you. And then we have Marcolis, who appears. As you can see, I like the two giraffes at the back. There is some doodling here, which is moving, you see. And you maybe don't see it well, but there is, he has something on the mouth to keep his mouth shut. I will explain then why. If I could buy my reasoning, I'd pay to live. Look at that. Look how beautiful this image is. Okay, all the girls love leopard print, but look at how beautiful it is. Gorgeous. Far from the moon. I ask myself, how much do you commit yourself? Look at that. That is very interesting, the doodling on his mouth, the animal at the back. He's actually in the London Zoo, I think, if I read well. And look at the color of his coat, which is exactly the same color as the background and the same color as this, how we say, rhinoceros. I absolutely love the scarf, the print of the scarf with the print of the tartan shirt. All that participates to the whole image. You see, it's my life, and I just go back. Commit yourself. It's my life. And look at that. It's my life. Mouth shut, eyes shut. So it's the contrast between it's my life, it's supposed to be something open, positive, and actually he's closing his mouth. Well, the mouth is hidden, and the eyes are shut. That's very interesting. I would say there are a lot of symbols in this video. Let's continue. Don't you forget. Look at that, the beauty of this image. It's so wonderful. It's my life. It never ends. Oh. You see the sound of the song just when the bird is landing in the middle of all these birds. It's perfect. It's perfection. I know maybe some people are going to think that it's ridiculous what I'm saying, but I can tell you that for someone like me who is very visual, every image is very important to me. I think this video is really a perfection. Look at that. You see the sound. I'm sorry, I had to cut to stop the video, but the sound of the music with the gesture of this animal is perfect. You know, it's like in such a shame. Marcolis had different expressions which were exactly meaning the words he was saying, or he was, on contrary, doing the absolute contrary of what he was saying. But here it's not him, it's the animals who are playing the character which is asked for the song. It's incredible, you know. It's a piece of art too. It's not the video that I prefer. I really prefer Such a Shame and then Dum Dum Girl, but this one comes really very close just after these two ones. Funny how I blind myself, I never knew. Look, the sound, same thing, the sound of the music fits perfectly with the animal we are seeing here. You will see, you know, it's not made randomly, it's really very thought very deeply before being made. You know, Tim Pop is really a very good film director. It's really, really good. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. So you see the eye here of the kind of fish, or I don't know exactly what it is. I'm not a specialist in animals. I love animals, but I don't know much about them. And then look at, and then it's his eyes. Same thing. It was not made randomly, you know. It was not just an accident, and that's wonderful. That's wonderful, and it's so expressive. He's very beautiful in this video too. Look at that. Look, this image is very famous. Same thing, you see he has something on his mouth. I don't know how it's done. Probably, I don't know, kind of tape, or I don't know what they put on his mouth. The aim is making him shut up. Actually, he's not allowed to talk. The animals are allowed to talk and to live here. And he's the only human being in the zoo kept like an animal, and he's supposed to shut up. Very interesting. Don't you forget. It's my life. That was perfect. The image of the snake with the sound of the song, the same thing, perfection. And look at that. You hear? You heard the sound we heard, probably made by a synthesizer or synthesizer. I don't know how we say synthé. It's a keyboard, or maybe they used the Fairlight to make this sound. And it's exactly the sound of this animal. It's a whale, I suppose. Exactly the sound of this animal. It's perfect. It's perfect. And look at the beauty of this image. It's wonderful. Look at that. The sound is the sound of something which would be underwater. And we have images of something, of an animal who is underwater. It's perfect. Again, I'm sorry, I'm going to repeat, it's perfect all along, but it is perfect. I ask myself, look at that. The bear first, the white bear, and him. Actually, the bear is free, and he's behind the fence. He's the animal, and he's the human being. And look at that. Look at that. He's with other animals. I don't know how we say that in English, the name of these animals. It's like Aries, Bélier. Don't you forget. Caught in the crowd. Oh, I love that. I love that. We must go back. Caught in the crowd. You saw that? Marcolis, who is laughing, and the animals who are very funny in the same time. Caught in the crowd, it never ends. It's my life, don't you forget. Caught in the crowd. And look at that. That is wonderful too. So his face is hidden behind the doodling, and look at all the how we call that in English. Oh, these pink birds. It's not really birds in the water, and it reminds me of a painting. I don't remember which one. But I already saw a painting of these animals in water, exactly in this kind of environment. It's so beautiful. It's really perfection. And look at that. That is the essence of life, you know. Look at that, the elephant with the sunset, these colors. It's a piece of art from the beginning to the end. I don't know who shot the animals images, but anyway, it was really very well chosen for this video. It's wonderful. It's my life. And look at that. And look at that. So I would say that is the key image of the video, according to me. That's my humble opinion, of course. Probably it's not the opinion of someone else. You know, some people may say, oh, it's completely cheesy, it's ridiculous. No, it's not. It comes from the same freshness and kindness and natural and simple way that we can find in Dum Dum Girl, mostly, and in pieces, in bits, in Such a Shame. That's what I love absolutely about Marcolis. It's this personality, his way of being, which is so natural and fresh and really almost naive, but not by a stupid way, by a kind way. Even if he's joking a lot and he makes fun a lot of people and of things, but still there is a freshness and a vulnerability and something really sincere behind that, and that is the proof. And you know, of course, Tim Pop probably had the idea of asking Marcolis to do that, but Marcolis could have said, no, I think it's stupid, I don't want to do it. And he didn't. He did it. So it means that also reflects what he is. I really think that this image is wonderful and gives a very nice feeling when we watch this video. And it's also kind of a message of hope, like, don't worry, everything will be fine. You will be free, you will be allowed to live your life. Like if he invites us to join him in his story, it's like a friendship gesture, you know, and look at that. So you see this kangaroo, the image remains a long time on him. Every time I see this image, it reminds me once I was in Malibu on the Heights, and there was this deer walking there, and I watched this animal, the deer. During a while, I stopped my car and I watched her because it was obviously a girl deer. And it's fascinating when you watch animals, how they are very often so much more interesting than human being to observe, I think. Bruce wants to say something about this video too. What do you think, Bruce? Do you have something to say about this video? No, you don't? He doesn't speak English, I speak in French to him, he doesn't understand what I'm saying. And obviously he's not really interested in giving his opinion about this video. He's on strike. He's French. Not French, actually, he comes from here. He's an American cat, but he behaves like a French. He's on strike. He is allowed to speak. You want to be on my video, you always want to come, and now that I'm asking you to react and say something about this video, you don't want to do so. What is that? You know, cats, they always do what we don't want them to do. And when we want them to do something, of course, they are not interested in it. Anyway, I'm going to start with the explanation of the video. I searched on internet to find explanations because I was not sure to actually understand what was the meaning of this video. So I searched on the net because I had an idea in mind, but I wasn't sure that my idea was right. So I found a few, not articles, it's more forums where people are talking. So I'm going to read you a few things. On something named archive.net, something like that, it's written Tok Tok have two versions, one for the Americans and one for the Europeans. UK version, directed by Tim Pop, is a statement against lip-synced vids, with lovely images of London Zoo, where Marcolis stands with his mouth firmly shut. Little squiggles appear here and there, no other band members, and it works. Not so, said Mr. Imai in the US. So they reshot it with the original video as a backdrop. The band then exaggerated their performance as a statement about how stupid the whole thing is. It works too. I wonder if the American label got it, or did they think, what an enthusiastic band, why on earth would they not want to make videos? In another article, it's written that the second version, recorded at the behest of Imai, consisted of the entirely of the original video projected on a green screen. Yes, because on a green screen, then you can layer the different images behind Hollis and his two bandmates, and they lip-synced and mimed the song, deliberately poorly, and with a comic exaggerate gestures. And then I found a forum where people were talking about the meaning of the video and the song and the lyrics. So what is the 1984 Tok Tok hit It's My Life actually about? Someone is asking. This was the song that No Doubt covered in 2003, but is the subject matter? Contrary to the band's respective video, I don't think the tune is about animal rights or Gwen Stefani killing her bandmates. Yes, I saw the video of Gwen Stefani, and I don't understand what is the theme of this video. I don't see the point. I don't see the link. I'm not sure to understand, but okay, it was fun. Yeah. Not so good as Tok Tok. I did the requisite online searches and found nothing. Anyone knows? Someone answers. I always assumed it was a song reflecting the general futility of early 20th relationships, where you convince yourself to stay in crappy controlling gigs with controlling jealous people, with micromanage your life and rob you of choices and autonomy, generally using insanity as their tool of choice. No? Yeah, we can understand the lyrics like that, not the video, but the lyrics, yes, because funny how I find myself in love with you. If I could buy my reasoning, I'd pay to lose, one half won't do. I ask myself, how much do you commit yourself? It's my life, don't you forget. It's my life, it never ends. Well, actually, the life ends, but the fact that it's his life, it never ends, for sure. And then, funny how I blind myself. I never knew. If I was sometimes played upon, afraid to lose, I tell myself I tell myself what good you do. What? I tell myself what good you do. Convince myself, it's my life, don't you forget, it's my life, it never ends. And then it's my life, don't you forget. Yes, caught in the crowd. So the caught in the crowd, I searched for it on the net. I was wondering if it was a specific expression. I think caught in the crowd, it means doing like everybody, not popping out from the crowd, following the flow. That's how I understand it, but I'm not sure. Anyway, the lyrics are really about, yes, a crappy relationship where obviously the girl is really not very cool, and she obviously takes advantage of him according to what I'm reading on the lyrics. But I don't think that the lyrics have much to do about the images, about the video. However, I found someone who said something interesting. The original video with the animals and such was actually a statement on the inanity of music videos. So it was making fun of that by using seemingly unrelated animals. The video above is sort of an example of the career trajectory Tok Tok took in regards to the distaste and cynicism Hollis seemed to have about how the music industry is played, especially considering it's on the same album as Such a Shame, which was inspired by the cult social commentary, the book The Dice Man. So I don't think the song lyrics are any deeper beyond being about someone confronting another person about the disillusionment in their relationship and what they deserve, blah blah blah, and it's not out of touch when compared to lyrics of songs also on that album like Dum Dum Girls or Call in the Night Boy. It just seems to be kind of an overaching theme and mood for that album. And agreeing that further in the careers they got more and more abstract and vague, how they got in a whole brouhaha with their record label in the first place. So when I say it seems to be commentary on relationships and modern life, you can take that as being literal or metaphorical. The whole trying to get out of their contract thing, but Imai wouldn't let them go, didn't happen until around Spirit of Eden came out. But who knows if there was some soreness before that. Even when the first album first came out, you could kind of see they were being packaged as this new wave Duran Duran boy band-ish thing. There are seriously a fascinating band to read about if you have the patience to go track down different interviews from the 80s and all this. Yeah, I don't think that we must go deeper and say, oh, he was talking about the Imai and the soreness there was with his label records company. I don't think, no, it's just a song about difficulties in a relationship, but the video is something else. So I will give you my idea about the video, the first one, and I mean the UK version, and then I will show you what Marcolis has to say about the meaning of this video. I found an interview where he's talking about it, so maybe we should consider his own opinion. It seems to me the most reliable. Okay, I found an article named Gagnant. It was on the website Snow in Berlin, and it was written in French and translated in English by a woman, a journalist named Cécile Tesser. So Cécile Tesser did actually a great interview of Tok Tok. For once, the French interview is much funnier than the English translation, what is really rare, because usually in French it's never very funny, but this time she really writes very well. Anyway, she was saying, I'm not going to read all the interview because that's not the point, but they said something. So they were at the big room in where people take breakfast in the Hotel Warwick in Paris. I know this hotel. I was there. So it was at 10 a.m. in the morning. I was there because my mother celebrated a birthday there. Basically, she says that the Tok members are completely wacko, but fun and great. Basically, she says that they are genius wackos. So she says that they dream of creating outfits made of vegetables, jackets made in cabbages or in cucumber skins, and these outfits would last only one day, and in the evening people could cook them and eat them. That's a very interesting idea, and actually I think it has been made. You know, it's not so ridiculous because I think that a designer did that, not to the cooking part, but he made, I don't remember who it was, but someone did some outfits with vegetables. So it was not so stupid, but then I go to my point. They say that they would dream of living in a society where there would be only animals, because animals have more conversation than human beings. And it seems that the Tok members are vegetarians. So I was very happy to find that, because that was my idea when I was watching this video. It was kind of people, you are annoying, shut up, you are killing animals, you are not doing the good on earth, but the animals are much smarter than you, and they are allowed to talk. They should talk and you should shut up. That's what I understand. And it's also, we see in the video these animals, how they live their life. So that is a good link with the Marcolis idea that I'm going to show you now.
So let me put the first question to you. Talk and It's My Life. Yeah. To what extent did the song conjure up those sorts of images to you in the first place for the video?
Well, it wasn't much, the way the song conjured it up. It was like a way of life, really, that whole film, really. It was about evolution, I think, wasn't it? And animals, that's what it was about.
According to Tim Pop, it's about evolution and the animals. Very simple.
Okay. I mean, Mark, were you happy with the end result, or...?
Well, it wasn't a question of being happy or not with the end result. It was just a question of the way in which you lead your life.
So you see, it's exactly what I was saying before. It's about why you live your life. That's probably why we see all these animals living their life, the way they are doing. For example, we see some birds going back home, kind of, some other ones running, some other ones swimming. It's the way they live their life, you see.
It was a manifesto. I think it was like a manifesto. Yeah.
So obviously it was a manifesta, and obviously it makes them laugh, and it makes me laugh too. Actually, I don't even know why I'm laughing, but they are so funny.
Input though, Mark, I mean, throughout the video production or not?
No, in actual fact I did, actually. In actual fact I did, because all of those animals that you see on that video are in fact me. In actual fact I did, because all of those animals that you see on that video are in fact me.
All these animals that you see on this video are in fact me.
Inside little outfits.
Inside those little outfits.
He's a master of disguise, isn't he?
Yeah, in fact that cost actually more to shoot than all those Duran videos.
So it cost more to shoot than the Duran video.
We actually shot organised it around the world. We actually went around the world.
They went around the world.
Yeah, well, I did. Yeah, well, you did in the animal footage, didn't you? Yeah, of course it was. The thing is, it also took about 5 years to make because there are different quarantine regulations.
It took about 5 years to make because there are different quarantine.
Around the world.
Around the world.
Left in quarantine for like 6 weeks.
He was in quarantine during 6 weeks.
That's all I can say. Feels good.
So I don't think it's necessary to search for explanation about this video in other places than in this actually interview, because we have the explanation here. We don't need to imagine all kind of things. Lip syncing, I don't know. I don't know. Do you think that animals, they do lip syncing? No, I don't think. I think that the explanation that Marcolis and Tim Pop are giving is absolutely the most logical one, I would say. It's very simple. Always people are searching for complicated things, and you just have to watch and imagine. I was thinking of a comparison between human beings and animals, but the Marcolis and Tim Pop explanation is perfectly fine. So then I will continue with the US version, which is going to be much more fun, you will see.